here we go. Thanks for stopping by and watching this fun little Valentine pillow idea tutorial. I wanted to make something pillow-wise, but I wanted to paint it and I wanted to put kind of magazine cut letters on it, and I really wanted to look rough and kind of tattered on the edges. Scratch it. So I decided to take a pair of blue jeans and I cut them. Actually started cutting the legs off at the bottom. And you'll need some pretty hefty scissors, or just some scissors that haven't been used on paper or in the kitchen. If you have a pair of scissors that you don't want paper used with, go ahead and write no on them. Not for paper. I think my people still use them for paper. These are the pinking shears, which when you cut, they'll give you a nice little zigzag so it doesn't fray, but we will actually want it to fray. So my pillow has a seam in it, doesn't matter. Has some paint on it from the other day when I did it. Has the pocket way up here, doesn't matter. I even used the glue gun instead of sewing it. I didn't feel like getting the good old sewing machine out, and not everybody has a sewing machine, but most crafty people can get their hands on a glue gun. So the first thing that I did was obviously cut some of the blue jean off of the leg, and I have it cut into 2 pieces. And I'm going to take my good old Sharpie or whatever you have and draw some type of heart. It does not have to be perfect at all. I think it's easier to cut one heart at a time. Okay, like I said, this does not need to be perfect at all. Don't worry about staying on the lines, because this is actually the inside of your heart, and we're going to be fraying the edges, so it doesn't matter. So that's the inside. Let's see here. Oh, I'll just put it there and trace it again. What the heck? You can cut this out double ply, but I have to save my hands a little bit while I can. So cut, 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 cut. Once you have it cut out, I thought about this coming home today. What if you took both of these pieces, ran them through the washing machine and the dryer, pulled them out, they'd have that nice blue jean cut off frayed edge. That's really what I was looking for when I did this. And with this one, I had to like pick it with my fingers, which got old pretty quick. But if you were to take your pieces of cut denim, wash it, dry it, bring it out, then continue to this step. I'm gonna try it. I think it'll be great. So what I did, good old glue gun, lined up my pieces. They don't even match, but that's okay because we're gonna be cutting on it. If you're making an ornament, I made little ornaments too, same way. Leave a little hole right here in the top so you can stick in your hanger, your ribbon, or a little piece of twine. So I'm gonna leave a hole right here for now. So I just squirt and go. Give a little pat. Bring it over here. Leaving a little hole right here. So we're gonna have to stuff it, right? So I want you to leave a little opening down here on the bottom. And we're gonna stuff before we even paint. Usually that's kind of a no-no, but we're doing it this way so you can see where your little ridge is, where your line. This stuffing actually came from TG's pillow because Ferris ate another one. So I totally recycling this project. We've got recycled jeans, recycled magazine pieces, recycled pillow. Thank you, Ferris. So you stuff, okay? And like I said, this is exactly how I did the big one, but we're making a smaller one. Then we're gonna come back, shove that stuffing in, make our little lines on our little V. Da 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 da. There you go. Now you can go along the edge and just kind of squeeze it to check to make sure that you have it all sealed up, and it looks like it is. You can go back with your scissors and chop chop, kind of even it out if you want. Okay, now remember, you can put this in the washer and dryer before you glue it together and fray it. So what I did to fray mine, I did a couple different things. I tried a fork and just kind of took the fork and forked it on the edge. You can take this with your little fingers and kind of rip it around. Just kind of start peeling or pulling off some of the strings as you go around. And it does work. But I really think the washer and dryer method, if you're going to make like a bunch of these little hearts to give as gifts or to hang around the house on your doorknobs or whatever, I would definitely put them in the washer and dryer before you glue them. Okay, so you have your stuffed heart. We don't need the glue gun anymore. The next step, you don't have to do this, but I found that your red is going to be a little bit more vibrant if you put a quick undercoat of white. And this is just white acrylic. You could use gesso, which on my website I talk about this fabulous white, I call it the white stuff, but it makes any paint more opaque, and you can also use it as a primer. But we're just going to squirt on out some paint, and I'm squirting it right on top of my heart. I'm using a stiff brush. It's a whole lot easier to move this paint around with a stiff brush. I would never tell my kids at school that I'm kind of scrubbing it back and forth like this, because that is a no-no. But by using a stiff brush, you're able to really spread the paint, get it where you want to very quickly, and get a nice edge on it. You can see how I'm just going back and forth in the same spot, pick up some more paint. I am known to get the hair dryer out to dry this super quick, and it works. So I'm moving the paint, and I already got some on here, that's okay, it'll come off. I'm moving the paint basically to where that glue line is. And that's it, move, move, move. I'm gonna let this dry for just a second or two, and then we're gonna add the red. All right, there you go. All right, we're back with step 2. This is almost dry. And I'm going to take my good old red paint. This is just acrylic paint. Dab it out. You can see how nicely I treat my paints. It's all stopped up. I'm going to do this the same exact way, just moving it around. You'll notice that when you move the paint to the outer edge, it'll be a little bit darker because it hits just that blue jean and not the primed part of the white. So we're going to move it around, move it around. Now, if you want to get a little bit more fancy or technical, you could take a little black and add it just a tiny bit. Give it a little shadowing. You can see I put a little bit of shadowing around the edges just to give it a little bit of depth. And move it around, scrub it. Okay, you have to kind of work it in and go around the edges a little bit slower. Okay, so now we have a red heart. You can take a little bit of white, put a little dab here and there, give it a little highlight here and there, maybe make the inside look a little bit lighter than the outside. You could do this with any color, okay? From here, you could splatter it with white or pink or purple. Just thin your paint down. You could do just about anything to it at this point. So this is going to dry now. And the next thing we're going to do is add our little cut. I just cut these right out of an HGTV magazine because that's the only one I had in the house. So I cut out love, the love letters. And I'm going to be using a matte medium. And I talk about this matte medium on my website. And if you decide to take classes, this is one of the supplies that I really recommend, because we're going to be doing a lot of painted paper collaging and tearing and building up on our actual canvases. So it's basically clear paint, and it's not like your good old Mod Podge. It works the same way, but this will, it will not yellow if you want something to last forever and ever. So this is a great product, and I will talk more about products on my website in the next video. So this is going to dry real quick, and we're going to add our letters. All right, our little pillow is dry, ready to roll. Like I said, you could go back with another coat of paint. I probably did a couple coats of paint on here because I think I started with one red and mixed in another, or my brush wasn't clean and I added too much black. So it is all trial and error, and anything goes, so it doesn't matter. Next, the matte medium. And like I said, this is basically just clear paint. And I have cut out an L, an E, I should have an O and a V here somewhere. Love letters for mine. And like I just said, you could go and splatter paint this. You could just do crazy paint splotches. I cannot wait to see what you all do when I cut this. Oh, cutting it with fabric scissors. Bad, bad, bad. Okay, so you're gonna put matte medium on the back. Lay it down. Oh, where'd it go? Oh boy, that's not good. Try that again. Be generous. Just kind of pat it on there. Let's see where my O is. But that's my O. I really wanted it cut in a square, but that's okay. That'll work. And my V. I'm not making these straight by any means. I like the crookedness. Little chaotic crookedness. Story of my life. Little V. And I'm going to do this E since it's all black and white. And I probably should have cut that down, but that'll work if it stays on. Put you back on and pat, pat, pat. Now, this dries absolutely clear, okay? You could actually go over the whole thing with this matte medium because it might just have a different sheen right in this area. So you could actually just take this and brush right over it so it will all blend in. So after your matte medium or your little letters are decoupaged on, you could go in, you could use ribbon. I love the black and white, I think it's cute. You could use twine. You could use, you know, something a little bit more lacy if you wanted to make your little ornament hanger. Like I said, it would look cute on a door or on a cabinet or anywhere, or just give it as a stuffed Valentine. Remember, you're going to take these edges and rip them up a little bit. The pinking shears are kind of great for that too, if you wanted just to leave a nice little toothy zigzag edge. Some of you are not going to like the crazy ripped up look and you want it more tailored. That's fine, but you can, from here, you can still go in and rip this up nicely. I'm still going to try and put one in the dryer, washer and dryer. Have fun with this. This could be created on any type of fabric. I had a drop cloth from Home Depot that I was going to use to make like dog cushion covers, and I never did. So you could use that. I like the denim because it's nice and rigid. This is going to sit really cute on the couch when it's ready to go in there. I'm sure the dog's going to take it and tear it up, but that's beside the point. I had fun making it. So I hope you enjoyed this. Tag anything you make. Create your happy There you go. And I look forward to seeing it. Have a great Wednesday evening. Bye, guys.